Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Battle Damage TIE Fighter from Series 2 is here, and it's got some interesting differences from the original one. Let's take a look. Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Series 2 is like deep. We're in it. We are in Series 2. I got the TIE Fighter with battle damage on it. Now this one, like I said before, it does have some big differences to the other one, but I'm telling you already, it's rated rad. Sorry to spoil it. I like it already. I like it. I already have one open. In fact, I've got it right here, but you may be wondering where I found it. I found it on Amazon. Now, if you go to Amazon, it wasn't like hard to find, but if you go to the official shop, here, let me just show you real quick. When you go to Amazon.com and you go to the official shop for Star Wars Micro Galaxy, this is what you see. You don't see a whole lot of stuff. It just stops there. And if you notice, they do have Series 2. Look at the LAAT over here on the right. But that's about it. They don't have a whole lot. And they have the old TIE Fighter, which here is marked in a bundle for $18.78. Check it out right there. $18.28. It's 9% off. But it comes with a little Scout class blind box, which is a pretty good deal for that price. Now, if we look for another version, they do sell one that's just plain for $21. They're trying to sell that for $21, which is way too much. And I'm not sure if that is Amazon themselves. What does it say? Who sells that? I don't know if that's Amazon or if that is through maybe visit the Star Wars store. Huh. Let's see. Are there other buying options? It looks like that's it. Just one left for $21. That's too much. When you click that link, it takes you to the official Star Wars store. But that's not the one I found. The one I found... Oh, that's another one for 18. It's one we looked at. This is the one we found that I just purchased on December 13th. $17.96 is the price on that one. Look at that. And it's got the battle damage on it, but it also comes with mystery vehicle from Series 2. So this is a really, really good deal. I pulled an Obi-Wan out of my first one. Now this one I did do, and it's a duplicate of the Mandalorian, so I didn't need to show it here. It's something I already have. But guys, let's take a look at the outside of this box before we get into the full review. Okay, there we got the Star Wars on top. Of course, our Death Star artwork in the background. Look at that. That's kind of cool. And the Falcon's back there too. And then we see, of course, the TIE Fighter. A little battle damage on the side you can see there. We'll get more close-ups of it in a minute. And take a look at this TIE Fighter pilot. Look at that. Look at some of those details on the chest. Look at the paint job on his belt buckle. It's good. That, like, you can actually see the buttons individually on the chest box and the little button in the belt buckle. And the circles look like they're evenly painted. It looks good. So here's a little side view. You can see it's taken some damage there. Here's the bottom of the barcode for those of you who like that kind of thing. It is approved by 023 Sad Babies. And let's just take a look at the back. Of course, we have our blue hologram style right there. TIE Fighter Battle Damage Light Armor Class. A little cutout thing with the blueprint. There you can see it's got the battle damage in their blueprint. 90 degree, the little back part opens up. Cool. It flips down. The wings come off if you want them to. And then here's a look at a couple other. Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, Hera's A-Wing, Sabine's TIE Fighter. That's the one I really want. And there you go, just a little preview of some other stuff that's coming up. Okay, so I did mention that I've already unboxed it, so I did want to show you guys the inside. This is that little flap piece down here. That thing we looked at. That's got the inside artwork on it. Not all of the inside artwork, just part of it. So you can see the TIE Fighters there. If I were to open, you know what? Let's just do it, right? I want two of them anyways. So I'm gonna have so many TIE Fighters by the end of this. So I did want to show you this artwork. That's the whole reason I even opened it up right now. So you guys can see that with the Falcon and the Death Star and all that good stuff going on back there. Now it is a little difficult to pull this out. Oh no, it's not. I'm thinking of the other one. I opened another one today that was difficult, and I was like, why is it so hard to pull out? We've got our tiny little pilot. Look at him. Look at this little pilot. He's so little. He's so little. And I noticed the back has a picture. Is that new? I don't think we've had prior toys have the back have a picture. I think I threw out all my old ones, so I don't know anymore. But I don't recall them having a little photo on the back. Like I was saying a minute ago, though, guys, I want you to see the details on these two pilots. And it's not a fluke that they've improved on this. I thought maybe, oh, maybe I just got a good one, and my other ones from Series 1 were bad. Maybe that's what it is. No, that's not what it is. They have stepped it up for Wave 2, and I want you to take a look at some of these details. Okay, so on the left is 2 new pilots from the 2 new battle damaged TIE Fighter, and on the right is the previous versions. And I'm going to kind of scoot him a little, yeah, that way they're a little more even looking. You guys can get a better look. Just look at the paint job. You can see the dot in the center of the belt buckle on these two, and yet on these, you can kind of see it on one of them. The other one's a little wonky and weird. And I'm going to move the light around just so you guys can see, just from different lighting angles, how that looks. Just the ones on the left look so much cleaner. So much better. The buttons on the chest box look good. Whereas over here, they're kind of messy and not painted very well. It's a definite improvement in paint quality. Okay, so now I have a whole fleet of TIE Fighters. I've got 2 regular ones over here, and then I've got 2 battle damaged ones over here. You can see they both have their battle damage wings on them. One of the first things I noticed is the colors are a little bit different. Slightly different color of plastic. Again, I can show you some close-ups here. We'll put some, let's put the new ones on the left and the old ones on the right. Okay, and just a quick side-by-side comparison. You can tell it's a little bit darker gray on the new ones with the battle damage on them, as opposed to this lighter colored plastic that they used on the original version. The wings do come off, like I mentioned before. You can see here, I can just kind of take them off with one hand. Ooh, the flute went flying. And I've got just a cockpit there. And then here's a close-up look at that battle damage. I do like the way these catch light. There's a lot of really cool details they put in there. Very well done. I like the paint, the scrape marks. Even the red, like the wiring and the like explosion kind of stuff, that's really well painted. There's some damage on the inside as well. It's not just one-sided. It's on both sides. And then just to take a look at our other wing, this one it's clean. It's really well done. One of the problems that I noticed later on with my original TIE Fighters is on 2 of them, one of the wings has these weird mold marks. You see up here? That weird mold mark up there? And there's one down here too. There's another mark on this panel. And then there's another one down here. See, right in there, right where my thumb is. There's another kind of weird, wonky mold mark. And it's on both. It is on both of my... See, you can see it there on the bottom. You can see it here on the right. And then you see it again up top. That weird mold mark that only one of the... What? There's a little bit of one there. But really one of them, it repeats over and over on the same wing for both of these. Whereas this one is pretty clean. I mean, it's got the damage on it, but it's supposed to. But that other wing... It just looks sharp. It looks like they used the better mold this time. And they just casted them much better. It did mention that the back flap opens up. Okay. Did the original? I don't remember if it did or not. I don't remember. Oh, it did. It did. Okay, so those 2 have the same thing. Pretty much the same details on them. They did paint a little bit on the sides there. A little bit of gray paint. It's a little more prevalent on the older version. Again, just to show you slowly. Those are the 2 side by side. And yeah, those are, the details on it are the same. The other big difference I noticed is not only in the color of the plastic, but check this out. Look at the front. Look at the front window. This one, it doesn't have any paint on the front window. It's just like a clear kind of plasticky. This one, they added the detail of the paint going around it. It's a little bit darker. Right? A little bit darker. Now, when we look at the cockpit on the old version, notice it's all just this same gray molded plastic, and there's just black painted on it, right? We look at the new one, and it's see-through. It is actually, let me see if I can get a light source in there and help you guys see it. It is actually see-through, and you can see inside the cockpit. And I'll show you what I mean here. Look at that. It is see-through. You can see the background through it because it's actually printed, or not printed, but molded out of clear plastic that they then painted. So take a look at that. You can see that it's clear plastic. But what they did is they painted a gray color on the outside to match, and those little windows that look black are actually somewhat translucent, just like the front is. Again, they added that detail on the window, detail that was not available on the first version. So they've really stepped it up quite a bit as far as the detailing and everything on there. I do want to show you the inside of the cockpit, even though they're pretty much the same. There we go. So from the inside, you can see it's all the same. There's nothing really different in the inside. You've got the same shapes inside there. Nothing too crazy. Same markings, same seat shape. And we go to this one. Again, same seat shape. I can turn this around. We can look at it. And it's the same. It is the same. Nothing has changed on that. Same seat shape. And they both have the same ejector seat functionality, where if you push up at the bottom, that right there will cause the seat inside to go up. See it there? Boom, boom, boom. It works. Same as the older one. Keep you open. But yeah, pretty much the same, but just with a cooler wing. And if I wanted, I could have two broken wings. Let's take off this wing right there. Let's take that one off, and let's put another one on it and see how it looks with two. Whoa. Two wonky wings. I wonder, do I have to put it upside down? Do I have it the right way? Huh. I don't think I have it the right way. I don't think I do. But let's try and get it this way now. There we go. I had to take the camera down and then kind of work with it with two hands. But there you have it with two messed up wings, because it does only come with one messed up wing each time you order one of these, which is why I wanted multiple. I wanted multiple of these. One thing I did notice is the fit on these is a little bit different from the fit on these wings. You can interchange them if you want, but it feels just a little bit loose on some. So let me try this again. So that fits pretty snug, but when I try to use this one, it's not going to be as clean of a fit. If I remember correctly, it's going to be a little bit harder to put on there. Oh no, it's a little loose. It's a little too loose on the old one. But there you can get a good look at the different colors of gray plastic that they used. You can tell it's a big difference in color. But an improvement with Series 2. I did want to show you how they sit in the cockpit. Same as always, same as before. You can kind of see them through the glass a little bit there. But they do fit in there. These are the battle damaged ones up front here. I think I might have their wings on back, or at least this one's got the wing on wrong. But you can see one with the wing on the right side, one with the wing on the left side over here, and then we've got the two classic ones back here. And they all fit the same way. They all work the same way, but I just wanted you to see them all and really notice those differences in the colors of plastic and how they molded that window on the top. All right, my friends, I want to know what your thoughts are on this one, especially when you compare it to the originals. Because it's only been a few months. These came out in, what, August, July? And now we're on to Series 2, and we're getting much more detail. They've listened, because one of the complaints people had was about the paint on the front. And we've listened, not we've listened, but Jazwares has listened, which for us as Star Wars fans, to have the company making our toys listen, take the feedback, and do better, even though these were produced just a few months later, these were produced probably in September, maybe October, by the time they hit us. I know with the Series 2 blind boxes, mine showed that it was manufactured on 9/19/22. So it was only a few months after the originals came out, and we had time to really give feedback, and that we're just seeing improvements. We're seeing improvements in sculpt, improvements in detail, better paint applications, just wiser, smarter, cooler things. The fact that this is a see-through window up top, it doesn't super matter, but it does. It does. It's important. So either way, I want to know your thoughts. Is it thumbs up from you, thumbs down? Use the Amazon links, because it goes to help the channel and supports me, gets me keep being able to do this kind of stuff more often. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, don't be a move milker. Be the spark.